fancy intro, nothing crazy, just
hit go.
well, yeah, I mean, we're going. Boom, just like that. Let's go ahead and attach Railroad Online Extended, and we should be good to go. How's it going, Big Rig and Roger and Forn? Happy whatever day it is. I'm having a giant glass of wine, and I'm going to be running trains. Oh, wait, no, I'm not. I'm going to be building this freaking line for a little while longer, it seems.
As long as I can get to the lumber mill.
Intro song is good enough, very soothing. It is very soothing. That's kind of why it was chosen. You're going where?
I gotta do a pickup at lumber mill.
Okay. Well, lumber mill is hooked up to the main line, so you're good to go there. You'll just have to, set the switches to where you can go inside. I did not test at what speed, coming off the main line, you can go into the lumber mill area, but I'm sure it's actually probably still a pretty high speed junction or decent speed for sure. So, if I know you, you're probably going to test it out.
There's 2 locomotives in the way at the sawmill.
Yeah, I think there was like a porter shunter stuck there. And yeah. So how's Uthris? Work still ablaze? Yeah, it's been a crazy day.
I'm gonna have to pull down the main line and reverse into it anyways to get the wagons in place.
Still working on a new train yard with the new sheds. Yeah, so guys, I actually played a little bit during work just to get some things hooked up. The main line, I left one of the bridges here of the old main line just as like an old I have a feeling they just wouldn't pay to remove a lot of the bridge work because that would be expensive, so they just kind of left it there. So we have a little bit of a old marker there. All the switches and around here has been tested, so the main line is rehooked up completely to everything. Now we just need to get the sidings in here for the departures and arrivals areas, and then we'll work on the hump yard and the little train storage shed areas back in here. So that is the plan for today's stream. We have our climax out here. Be your little measuring stick. So if it can make it, I expect pretty much anything to make it. Alright, let's get some track laid here. In no particular order. That looks fine. Let's go ahead and smooth this out towards this crossover. Help dodge some storage. I've split the storage kind of in half with this crossover. Hello Yoda, good to see you. It's a little curvy, but whatever, at least it's a smooth little curve. Interesting how, like, when you're laying out rail lines that are long, how, like, compacted the 1 degree differences slowly add up when you're looking down the rail.
It doesn't take much.
Yeah. Because there's just so many points of reference down the line that it's just like, oh, that's squirrely. Ooh. Oops, that's not right. Let's do that a little bit. Looks like we're prepping lines to hold a 64-player session. Oh lord, I don't even want to see the desync at a 64-player session.
Sure you do.
No, not really. I kinda do not want to watch trains do backflips over the mountainsides. And all the derailments that would happen. Now, eventually, yeah, like when the game like becomes, you know, more developed and they add a lot more. By the way, you should really listen to that podcast. There at the end, they were talking about things they were going to add from mail cars, passenger lines, and then eventually a supply-demand sort of functionality. And what happens if you don't supply areas with stuff. So it was worth a listen. For sure. Because my phone is just erupting with people having issues. Okay, I'll just lock that rail in there. You know what, chat? Maybe I should actually just close my work email.
Probably be for the best.
Yeah, but you don't get paid the big bucks by ignoring everyone, so maybe just forever destined to leave it open. Dude, next year, I'm 100% asking if my position is just going to be full-time remote. If it's full-time remote, Uthris is moving. So tired of paying dumb money to live in an area that I don't really benefit from. I'll just go out to the country. And then maybe at that point I'll have fiber internet too. Full-time remote is awesome. I've been full-time remote since, you know, March of 2020, but the position technically isn't supposed to be permanent like that. It's only like that because of COVID. So, you know, kind of hoping that our department has kind of shown that, hey, kind of don't need to be in the office anymore. I mean, I kind of miss the office. At some level, because, you know, working with people face to face is nice.
It's like a sanity thing, right?
Well, it's a sanity thing, and you know, you've been remote as long as you have been, then yeah, seems so. Mm-hmm.
Suppose we should go down to the other channel and join Hushman. Huh?
Yeah, I suppose so. Hey, Hushman.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, just laying out a bunch of rail. Because, you know, the load time on the save isn't long enough yet, so we're going to try and make it at least an hour.
Oh, yeah.
If that's the case, then Silent's going to have to remote desktop in to start the server ahead of time. He's going to download something for his phone. Kick off some sort of batch script on his...
Well, I mean...
Or bat file, and off it goes.
Technically can do remote with Steam.
Yeah.
But then I would also have to re-enable remote desktop connections and allow it through my router and all that.
I mean, you know, we could just
a
leave
lot
the
of work.
server running 24/7. I'm sure, you know, that's just fine. A dedicated server would be really nice for that reason.
Yeah.
Could spring switch be a thing? Spring switches are not going to be a thing, but default, Jacob, they're going to
Not
have
officially.
a kick switch, which is basically a spring switch, but it doesn't reset to its original position. So it kicks, depending on how you're passing through it, it'll kick over, but it will not kick back to its original setting. So that's the most common switch in narrow gauge. So they've already kind of confirmed they're not doing spring. But they do, you know, modders will probably take care of that. How's it going, Tom? It's going pretty good. Just laying out a big ol' yard here. Hello from Canada. Well, you aren't the only one. Definitely looks like we're in Canada now on the map.
Beavers unite.
Did you say beavers unite? You're not the Canadian geeses?
Beavers are much more aggressive. I think. I don't know.
Depends.
Both vicious.
That was one big section of track laid there. All right. That's looking good. I can actually get the train off the main line now. Let's flip that, and I can store it in number 1, 2. Actually, I kind of want to check number 4. Or no, number 3. See if we can fit the full train on it. There's a map now? There's a mod for a map now. Yeah, the new mini-map is completely connected to the save, so while things are changing, it will update. You have so much to do in your world, can't wait to check out the caboose car. Yeah, the caboose is really cool.
What angle did you set this corner at?
An angle. I bought it, alright? I think
Eureka went around it with about 40% speed, 40% power.
I think the innermost angle on that ended up being like a 22. Sure. Don't quote me on it though.
The way that turns off feels weird.
Had to get rid of stupid McAfee to use the RO extension, but you've been using it very handy for solo play, yeah. Yeah, it's great for route setting and everything.
Willingly use McAfee.
Alright, that's all set. Floppy cars are great cars, true. How can you get the map? Here, I'll pin it. I will pin it because people are going to be asking me, I'm sure, during the stream. So it's a thing called Railroad Online Extended. Actually, we'll do this. Get ROX here. Mini map / switch mod. There we go. We'll pin that.
Evening, guys.
Evening.
Evening.
How are you?
I need to get my train fixed.
Yes,
Start to get the shakes. Hey, is the server in the same location still?
Yeah, should be. I was able to load in fine.
Hey, Hashimi, can you run ahead, grab that porter, and move it out of the way, please?
Yep.
Thank you. before Scotty gets run over. Bzz, bzz.
Will more freight cars be added? Oh yeah, yeah. Passenger cars, mail cars are all going to be added. Eventually, towns. In fact, they're even adding a smaller version of these freight cars for the porter, like a more porter size appropriate wagon. How many cars can the locomotive pull before wheel slip? Depends on the weight of the wagons and the weight of the loco, right? So, you know, there's calculations on that. It also depends on the slope that you're on, probably, as well. I wouldn't be able to give you an exact count on that. Can you pick up mail on the fly? They haven't discussed how that's going to work. Alright, let's see. This is enough length. It looks like it is. Nice.
Yeah.
And that's just this lower half of the siding. There's even another half to it that can be used. So, that's kind of handy.
Download regions U.S. Washington or something? US
Washington, D.C.
Mine changed back for some reason.
I don't know what buffers are. Talk about like the rail stoppers? Like the end things? Also, take anything that I say with a grain of salt. I'm not on the dev team or anything, right? Yeah, that's been modeled already. Kabuki already showed off kind of that a little bit. It was a long while ago. All right, more rails, and then the siding will be complete, and we can start loading it up for trains that are ready to go.
So how's it gonna work? Are we gonna have like local jobs that go into all the industries and pick up cars and take them to the yard, and they all get switched into trains for like the coal mine and iron mine stuff?
It's gonna work however we want it to work. I have no idea. I just know people were complaining that the lumber mill didn't have enough storage, and like things were getting really tight in here. So, kind of creating this gives a little bit more of a buffer for us. How about snowplows? Yes, they on that podcast the other day they did mention snowplows.
The rotary meat grinder type?
Mm-hmm.
That'll be fun.
Yep. So maintenance vehicles. Or rail maintenance vehicles and things. Just click every time the dark patch shows up. What dark patch? Talking about like this patch here? I was just laying this down to fill in this gap. It's not really supposed to be lined up. Okay, let's bring this up to it. Do 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 do. Okay, line that up. We'll just follow this line. Super easy.
How many cars of lumber are we doing?
All of it.
All of it? Are we going to switch out that one beam car?
No, we can bring it with us. We're just going back to the iron mine.
Alright.
Okay, that's good.
One car?
Did I do that right? I did. Okay, good. Just do a quick check. All right, once we get this line hooked up, chat, we'll rehook up the lumber camp to this yard so that it can actually access the main line again. 'Cause I have a feeling we're gonna need some firewood at some point.
Probably.
Do 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 do. So how's everyone's what day is it? Wednesday? Going.
Just a normal Wednesday for me.
That's
Normal
that same question.
Wednesday.
What day is it?
Yeah.
The one nice day we're gonna have for like a week, so it was great. I didn't freeze.
That's pretty warm.
Yep, I had 2 cars.
I want some snow.
Trade you.
Oh man, why did I have to mess that up right when I got to the curve? Oh, story of my life. Go back to the straight here and relay this. Great day, all. Yeah, oh, glad you're having a good day, Heart.
All stop.
So, chat, does anyone know for our hump yard What degree does that slope need to be? Lane track is like dancing. Go 1, 2, 3, click. 1, 2, 3, click, and it will be flawless.
I'd imagine you'd probably be fine with like 1.5, 2 degrees.
To get
I mean,
all the way
Back
to
to half a car.
Are there going to be a limit on how many different locomotives? They have a tech tree for like 93 trains right now on their Discord.
Say again, Ashman?
I would highly
You need to go
recommend
back half
checking the
a car.
game's Discord
Copy.
for you know, the what features they have planned and frequently asked questions and things like that.
Yep, you're good. I'll stop.
Just rebuilt your refinery loop. Nice. Hump yard only needs 1 to 2% slope, is what you found.
What it also needs is for the physics to be fixed so that they actually roll when you take off the brakes.
Well, the point of the hump yard, right, is you only use it when you are hooked up to a locomotive and you just kind of push things off on it. So it's already rolling. You shouldn't be leaving things at the top of the hill, I don't think.
Wonder how being a pin puller will work with the Lincoln pin couplers in the multiplayer. Trying to hit those pins. I guess you just unhook them and then push them up the hill.
Okay, so the left here, this is going to go to the hump yard. The right here, this is going to go to wagon storage, I think. This little wiggly bit might go to the fuel area. For this one, and then also I'm actually playing with the idea of maybe hooking this up to the end of the lumber camp route, but
Okay, I had 2 cars.
The hell is a tuple?
I don't know what tuple is. Will there be pre-layered track through it? I don't know what a tuple is, but maybe.
Coal loader.
Coal loader.
It's like the coal mine has one. I think that's what it is.
I think they want to do tunnels, but they're having trouble with the Unreal Engine and the mesh and shenanigans.
Alright.
Alright, you're good to all stop.
What are you guys loading up over here?
Say again?
Where are you going here?
Blah, 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 blah.
I'm eating a cookie. What do you want from me?
I'm waiting on my wings to arrive.
This is a pretty short train for you.
The rest of the cars are still up at the iron mine. I had to leave some, if I remember, we left some that were partially loaded.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's
So I'm
some
only
people
really
there.
bringing nothing but lumber.
They don't know if they're going to be able to do tunnels, so they might be waiting forever.
This is where an enterprising modder just figures it out.
Yep.
Could have just done this the whole time.
I mean, there's very gamified ways that you could get around it, but I don't think they wanted to. Jacob, you got a little too many questions. I'm not going to be able to answer all of them. I really don't know. You're patient, Tom? Good on you. Good on you.
Alright, we're all set.
Shouldn't you be hauling more beams than planks?
There's like
Not when there's
3 or
some
4
already
cars
up
up
in
there.
storage.
Alright.
The mill itself is completely full. It has 0 lumber and is at like 19 beams for the iron mine.
Gonna fix this derailment at some point. Did they fix the coke yet?
The what?
Wasn't the mogul like having big derail problems? Is that fixed?
I didn't know it was having problems.
Well,
It
there's
was
a
for a
reason it's
while.
abandoned at the lumber camp side of the lumber mill.
Missed
Well, that's
the
because it
boat.
ran out of fuel and water.
It's got fuel and water.
Well, that's where we push it to refuel it and put water in it.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, that was when the mogul was like misbehaving, so we just said
Mhm.
you're in timeout.
The end of the last stream, I filled the 70s tender completely with the wood and water.
That's some dedication right there. Alright, let's get the lumber camp hooked up, chat. So that we can potentially run firewood if we need to.
So is the main line north of the freight yard still out of commission?
Main line is back online fully. Both lanes are open.
Alright.
Use at
Back
your
here
leisure.
at the depot, we got 5 empty hoppers here, 70 and a caboose.
Those hoppers will be for the coal run. I have 2 hoppers with me for iron.
Guessing we just did a coal run last night though, so I guess we won't need that for a while. I guess we'll send him up to the mine anyway on the next train.
I may as well just park them up the mine. Oh my.
Won't hurt anything. Unless we're expecting iron ore before coal.
We're not producing that much.
So I guess the next trip then will be
Another 40 beams up to the coal mine, and you'll be sitting at like another 70 coal.
Alright, yeah, I'll go coal mine via sawmill.
Here, question. How about we get someone to... How much money do you guys have? Actually, that's the question I
Oh,
want to start with.
$500.
780 bucks.
Almost 4,000.
How many more wagons for lumber do we need? Any more? I know it's the most
T2s?
Yeah.
I would theoretically double what we have.
Will the server be able to take that?
Yeah. I don't think the wagons are the desync issue. It's the rails and trees, to be honest.
In terms of T2 cars, I would say at least another 20 would be ideal. Somewhere around there.
Well,
we have lots, but-
can we get someone to start purchasing some? It sounds like Hush has the most money at the moment. And then maybe another person to start taking them and loading them and storing them on this siding that I have done.
Okay, I'm still here at the freight depot, so I can do that.
Were you guys not able to deliver coal to the ironworks last night?
We did. 5 whole cars of it.
'Cause it still says 0 out of 1,000, and if you had actually made a delivery, then the raw iron and the pipes and tools would be maxed out. Did it bug out?
We unloaded 5 cars of coal.
Weird. Say, because if that's the case, then there should be enough to get like 2 boxcars worth of tools brought over to the oil field.
Might have to just keep track and edit that between games.
Silent Nat going live tonight? I don't know.
I'm running Satisfactory in the background to generate tickets, and the added stress is probably not going to be healthy for a stream.
You guys are just gonna put up with poor old Uthris for now, it seems.
Plus, I'm waiting on a food delivery, and I'm already, like, with just Satisfactory running in the background, I'm already just feeling it in our RO, just as is.
Yeah, probably just like from an FPS standpoint. The server's running fine itself, but
Yeah. Like, my personal FPS, I'm feeling it already. I moved myself to a relative, to a safe position that was, like, somewhat empty. to try and limit how much stuff was in the background processing.
So Hushman, I don't know where you are right now, but since you're buying them all, you have a lot of money for a lot of cars. Do you want to come help me get these all moved?
Yeah, sure, I can hop over there.
Just firing up the 70 here, because that's all we have at this point.
So there's like 2 porters at the lumber mill. You could bring one of those over.
True.
Porter will be a lot faster at shunting those.
You know what we'll do? Betsy, we need you to come back for one last job.
Betsy might like rebel. We already paid Betsy her severance, alright? She's done with the company. Let her enjoy retirement, huh?
Alright, we'll use the 70 then.
Alright.
Betsy never stopped being OP, Tom.
Betsy is his life. Alright, lumber camp is hooked up. I'm at 208 hours and still we're near your progress. Well, I'm at 217 hours plus silence 230 hours probably. And then everyone else. I mean,
Sure, what I'm at.
we've had
Okay.
a lot of help.
249 hours.
Yeah. How much on this save though compared to like, because you have your own save too.
My own save I think is at like 30 hours.
All right. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12. Let's go down. We can do it here. Flip that switch. Flip that one. I want to test this crossover. Here ASAP. Climax is going to be getting on the northbound main line towards, I guess, iron ore mine. I'm bringing a bunch of beams and planks. That sound good?
So you'll be coming up right behind me.
All right. What's the funniest moment you've had in the game?
There's been some pretty funny glitches, so.
Yeah, yeah. Wouldn't be able to tell you. I don't know. The fact that the train jiggles like this every time I use it is pretty funny.
Caboose kickflips.
Caboose kickflips are pretty good. Everyone likes a good old caboose flip. Alright.
I want a shirt that has a picture of like somebody skating on top of a caboose that says caboose kickflips. Nobody's gonna get it. Confuse everybody.
Okay, let's get that going that way. At 70 hours, I have 6 places connected. That's pretty good. Okay.
Evening all.
Then we need to go this way.
Evening.
God, I hope I'm setting this up right. So we'll find out if I derail real fast.
One of your switches looks wrong.
It looks wrong, but I think it's right. It's just, it gets really tight with the switches through here, so I think it's right. Alrighty. Alright, coming over here. I need to get this switch set as well. There we have it. I shouldn't have to touch any more switches, right? Because I'm coming up right behind you guys. From the lumber mill.
Yeah, as far as I know.
Nice. Spend some time running trains, see a better route, stop, rebuild that route, run trains. I have 485s into it. You're tired also. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it, you know. To me, that's just like a really cool, how people are enjoying the game so much. The train is going bonkers. It is going definitely a little bit worse than normal, to be honest.
I wonder if
All
the
right.
Satisfactory in the background is causing any of that.
Maybe. Maybe just the new amount of rails, even. Just no way to really know.
I don't see how Satisfactory would be doing anything, though, because I'm not actively doing anything, and there's no other players connected to it.
True. Don't know. Hey,
I
Powell.
don't know. We just got 6 free cars.
Well, you know, I can't complain about that. Who do we got here?
Evening, sir.
Evening. You loading in?
So I can't see over this massive stack of logs on this tender now.
Alright, you want to slow down?
I'm sure different types of caboose are planned in the game.
They actually confirmed earlier today or yesterday there will be a standard 2-truck caboose that will be more powerful to help assist with braking, but not like too overly so.
Okay. I think it'll be extremely interesting because like the engines that we have now are great and all, but like they're not really like as powerful as some of the trains that they have planned for total you know, pounds of tractive effort, so we'll be interested to see how long trains get.
Oh, I think we hit something.
They
Yeah,
also confirmed
Hit the
this
back.
evening that the January big patch is going to redo physics and stuff and fix the bugs with the engines and their waste and stuff because of
Okay.
the random issues in
I'll put it
multiplayer we've been seeing.
Where'd you hear this at?
It was in the official Discord. Kriegs was saying that he got a call from QME on it that they've had too
Alright,
many
we'll
complaints
come back.
after this patch about issues,
Coming
and so
back
that is the
70.
#1 priority now is to get that fixed.
What, to get the physics fixed?
Physics fixed, the locomotive weights fixed, all that's got to get fixed. He didn't realize it was this bad till he watched like people were sending him his saves and stuff, and he sat down with the team today, and they were like, yeah, things are not going good. So I think it was
Alright,
either in the
Ted, you're
bug
all
fix
clear.
channel or in the generic
Don't
discussion
have
channel,
70.
but they wanted the detail about what they're looking at doing.
Do you
I
want to hop
wonder
on a
if,
separate Discord channel, Hushman, just so we can...
I wonder if the weight issue is why one of my
Let's
cars just
go
randomly
over
slid to the side
to
and fell off the other
general.
day.
Just, yeah.
Hush and I will be on general just for switching.
Yeah, chat. If you guys want to see the full tech tree that they have planned, I just put it in in the chat. It's a common question, so that's the full potential tech tree. Not everything's final in terms of pricing and how things get unlocked, but that's every single train that they are going to try and guarantee will be in the base game. I can walk on the walkways of the Coke Mogul, but not the other locomotives. Will that be fixed? I think they're working on that, yes.
So yeah, there's a lot of weird things going on, but the devs are aware of it, and we're able to test it, I guess, yesterday and today.
Okay. I know. Well, like I went ahead and gave Tyler CDL and Kabuki the link to the download of our save in case they wanted it. So.
Yeah, I've been trying to keep up at least once a day, read the different Discord areas, like the bug fixes and stuff like that, just to kind of see what else everyone's hitting, and a lot of interesting information that people are seeing. What we see are even worse, and it's interesting to see what the devs are trying to figure out what thing, this or that, how to fix it, things like that. So.
Yeah. I mean, all they would have to do is look at the good old Uthris caterpillar train that he has going on right now to realize, ew, it's a little weird. Weird things are happening. Oh God, it is not liking this at all. This is way worse than normal.
You think it's because he added lots of extra track?
I mean, I added extra track, but like, I also cleaned up some track too.
Yeah, one thing that I know they said they changed the physics on how each car reacts, so that may be one of the things that, if each car is calculating its physics differently and things, how does that play into everything else?
Mm-hmm. Like, if a wagon bumps into another wagon, what does that really mean? And is that causing more of the derailments than anything else?
Exactly. I mean, earlier when you and I were chatting this morning, I was on the other save running some logs or lumber around, and I had set a brake on a set of 8 beam cars, and about 15 minutes later, as I'm sitting there, loading the beams up, or the lumber up on that, I just watched the entire train, it shook, and it just started rolling past me. So like the physics engine woke up, and then, oh hey, one handbrake's not enough, roll the whole thing down the line.
Yeah.
I'm like, and I'm running single player. I'm like, what the heck happened here?
Oh, that's a problem.
What?
The iron mine is not accessible.
What?
There is a derailed train blocking the entrance to the iron mine.
The train or just the wagons?
Wagons.
Brakes may got reset, I'm betting, and it rolled.
Maybe.
Considering half of it's off the cliff.
I did see in the third-party tools chat today that the guy who Tom and Ian are looking at a way to do teleporting with, I think it's going to be the extended tool, but
Okay.
they're trying to find a
For
way
rerailing?
to, like, how can you just specify a building? Like, you can teleport from industry to industry type thing. Like, you can't go from engine to engine, but at least, what are fixed points on the map to teleport between two?
Will we ever use Bitsy again? I mean, Bitsy, gets used as needed, but since we have the T2 porters, we're kind of not really using Bitsy anymore.
Busy was at the smelter the other day doing shunting.
Yeah, it's kind of been living over there. I mean, you know, there's nothing preventing anyone from grabbing it and using it for really anything.
Just a heads up, I am stopped on the line just before the switches.
Okay, I'm not there yet, so I'll slow down as we get closer to it. I'm
At least there's
going
an
through Death
engine up
Valley
here, it's just
right now.
At least there's an engine up here. It's just.
Can't believe that there's some areas of this track that's 7 degrees based on the map.
Be time to actually rebuild it.
Yeah, you know, well, we definitely need to redo this loop a little bit. We also, you know, if things get more and more busy with trains running, we might have to start, you know, adding a couple passing lanes here at the iron ore route, east and west lane.
Maybe give it the proper bridge.
No. Nope. You're lucky I even, you know, left the little spiral that was there. Oh man, I feel bad for this IT guy. He's getting the shaft tonight. Oh man. Our whole Active Directory for like one of our joint ventures has just been breaking and resetting, and they're getting pissed because they can't log into anything.
Ouch.
And then we're just like, hey, reset your password. It's like, this is the 5th time I've had to do this. Why does it keep happening? And I'm just like, not my department. You know?
Not my problem.
I support software, not Outlook, and like, you know, security. So, you know, don't shoot the messenger. Dude, the little, the groundwork that I laid down here underneath some of this to like make the slope kind of come out underneath this bridge with the snow looks really cool.
It's just too bad that the snow doesn't like naturally form up a snowdrift.
I mean,
Not yet.
that's so computationally heavy that like I'd rather than work on desync.
Yeah, I mean that's like an after desync thing.
Yeah, people have been asking about snow accumulate. They've also been asking about snow plows, which there was not a yes, we're doing that, but a wink, wink.
No,
sometime there will be snow plows.
They confirmed it on a podcast the other day.
Oh, did they? Okay.
Yeah. It'll be part of the track maintenance tech tree.
Nice.
You still on the line, Silent?
Yeah, I have to shunt stuff out of the way to make the Heisler accessible.
Okay.
I can go fix that mess.
Are you? Which line are you stopped at? Are you stopped on the eastern line or western?
I'm stopped before you can even get in.
There's 2 entrances. Which entrance?
I'm stopped before you can even get in. Because it derailed on the switch.
Right. It's that
Block out
west or
the whole
east
switch.
entrance. I'm assuming since I'm following you, it's gonna be my entrance. So I'll just.
Yeah.
Do you think they'll add new engine sheds around the industries and specific engines live near or around those industries? Nah. I think they want to encourage people to really kind of do whatever and use whatever engine that they want. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and stop the train here, guys, because I'm not gonna be able to load in and see them before I run into them. So I'm gonna go ahead and just take
Well, I
out
don't
the
see you
regulator.
yet. Yeah, I don't see you. Oh yeah, now I see you.
Okay, full brake.
Rear bark.
Hopefully starting this train on this S-curve isn't going to be an issue. So what I'm gonna do, Silent, when I come in here after you are able to kind of clear the way a little bit, I'm just gonna drop off my wagons and leave, so that you can just unload them. Because I have a feeling it'll just not gonna, you know, let me do it like before. Oh, here's your train. Where's your flag man? He's supposed to be back here. We don't have a flag man? If you meant if we would. I don't know if I want to add sheds everywhere, to be honest. I mean, we can. I know the freight depot, like back here, isn't really designed for it. Like this ring is just simply not built for it, so this isn't gonna have it probably. And then we're gonna have a couple over in here, probably for storage. But we'll see if we will revisit any industries to drop off kind of a covering for some of those shunting wagons. Because it would make sense, you know, got to keep those things covered. You don't want rust building up the elements at them. Alright, let's go ahead. Regulator, bring the brake out. Brake is out. Can you hear the whistle from where you're at? Alright, we're just gonna pull up until we get pretty much up near that bend up ahead, guys. That'll be a better stepping point. We'll just be a little bit more up the mountain. Silent, do you need help re-railing that? Can anyone hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, I'm just making sure I'm not screaming into the ether.
No, I haven't heard Silence since he mentioned that what he was doing with where the train derailed.
All right. How about an inspection pit and sheds or roundhouses? Roundhouses are being made. I've already seen, and I think they've shared some conceptual 3D models on those. And then maintenance for engines and stuff will eventually be a thing. I don't know what they're doing to incorporate that.
Back off the phone.
Oh, okay.
Still waiting for my food to show up.
All right, we'll stop here.
Pulling the mess out of the way.
Did you hear what I said earlier? Like, I'm just gonna drop off my wagons so that you can unload them.
Because I was completely off comms when I was on the phone.
Okay. Well, that's the plan. That way, I don't have to worry about me not being able to drop anything off. And plus, then we can actually use some sightings at the iron ore mine. Not often that gets used. Or do you want me to stick around and take some empties off your hand?
I'd be fine with a return trip. I've got the Heisler or the Eureka.
And you can always reroute the Eureka on a flat car.
Yeah. Gotta get this one car out of the way. You throw it in the ditch with the rest.
So I'm cleaning up the mess there at the sawmill with those derailed cars and stuff, and also we have run the pond at a log, so I'm gonna try to get us some log runs done.
So, what do you think happened? Do you think the link got stretched out and came undone at the start of the save, and it just rolled off?
No. This was not a cause of the save loading. This was a cause of someone tried to leave and forgot to hit a switch and gave up.
Well, probably, crush their hopes and dreams when they derail. I know it does mine. Every single time. We're going to switch this to the siding once you're past it. It's 2 whistles to go forward there, bud. Or did you lose all your steam pressure?
Oh, I have steam pressure. I need
Okay.
to add fuel to the fire.
Woo! Man, I've gotten fully used to the whole locking onto the controls thing. It's good. Is it still wonky for you, on it?
I'm a bit more used to it.
Yeah.
It's definitely nice with a whistle, that's for sure.
Or do you still find yourself using the UI mode still?
The only time I use the UI is when I'm actually pulling into a dock.
Mm.
It's easier to do fine control and actually see where I'm stopping at.
The train rolls forward 1 tie, rolls backwards 1 tie, rolls forward a tie and a half, rolls backwards a tie. Oh, the jitteriness is real. This is the only route that we're doing today, by the way, guys. We'll be back to rail construction here in a bit.
I know my food better show up soon.
You getting hangry?
Hangry.
Mm-hmm.
Hangry.
Well, good thing you got a lot of planks. I have a lot of beams on mine.
There was also beams up here.
Yeah.
The dock is completely full of beams. There's a couple cars here with beams on them already. I wasn't too concerned about beams.
Beams are life.
It will definitely be good for a nice deposit of lots and lots of iron ore.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you've cleared the switch. Alright,
You should be clear for track 3.
Did you set that on your way by?
No, not yet.
There's no train on it, right?
I'll set it now.
Okay, I'll pull my train forward. Since I run back and get it. Ba-ba-ba-ba-da-ba. Everything that is planned in this game, Jacob, is real life. Or at least historical. I don't know if many of the engines exist in a running fashion today. Probably not.
You are clear for entrance into track 3.
Roger that. The climax is about to insert itself into the 3rd rail.
I'm gonna go try and figure out where the hell my food is at. I'll be right back.
Right? Is track 3 the farthest one away? I think so.
Yeah, I think so. No, he stepped away again, so.
It's fine, I'll probably derail. It's gonna be a good time. I'm excited about it. That is scary. Yeah, the train wiggling and jumping and jiving is kind of intimidating. I don't know, Jacob. You're starting to ask questions that, yeah, I won't know the answer to, probably. And it's funny, like, I'm not even like a train enthusiast. And yet here I am playing this game. Guess they're happy. Yeah, they're just jumping for joy, you know? They're just... That one's doing front flips out the front there. It's just, you know, they're just really, really glad to be used and having a good time. Ooh, that one almost did a hard flip. That would have been a treat.
Oh, that was convenient. Not sooner, like, the second I'm about to call up and go, where's my food? The guy rings the buzzer.
There you go. He knew. They all
shit,
knew.
I'm gonna get in trouble. Better hurry up.
Oh!
Any idea what the hell all the random YouTube messages are by the people?
Bots. It's just bots, dude.
Oh yeah. Evidently, I was watching a Jay's 2 Cents video the other day, but evidently, a lot of the Instagram and those and WhatsApp bots have been pointed at YouTube in the last week or two. So everybody's getting spammed, and Google's like, we're not sure what to do about that just yet.
Yeah, but it's just such weird random messages that make no sense.
Exactly.
It's a normal day here at YouTube. Alright, we've unhooked from our cargo. Climax is gonna reverse and then be out of your hair, Ghost Rider.
Climax Heisler tug of war.
I think the Heiser wins that. On this climax, at least.
Oh, that's a lot of T2 flat cars.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm leaving this to Silent to figure out.
Oh no, not that. I had to respawn. I got stuck inside of a log car, and the 70s back here with like a crap ton of T2 flats.
Well, we do need them.
Yeah, it looks like that. I don't know if they just bought them or they're just trying to get all of them collected onto one rail, but there is a crap ton of them now.
Those are fresh purchases.
Okay.
Not working too well. Just flip these manually.
But there's also a crap ton of them up here at the mine.
Yeah.
The desync is crazy. Yeah, it's really bad right now. We'll be going back to building in a second. I just need to get the climax out of here so that Silent has room to work.
I'll deal with unloading after I'm done filling my belly.
You get to unloading after you're done loading.
Uh-huh.
I can understand that.
I haven't had wings in like 8 months, and I had a
I thought you had wings the other week. I feel like you get wings all the time.
They used to.
That's Thursdays for me. Buffalo Wild Wings, buy one, get one free.
There you go. I haven't had a, like, B-dubs has not been good in like 10 years to me. Like, I don't know what happened, but like everywhere where I go, it's just not good.
I didn't have anyone near me until recently. My daughter likes them, and so this on Thursday nights, since her mom's gone, that's our little family night, and getting them at half off is not a bad deal, so I can't complain.
All right. What about Five Guys? Five Guys is fine. I have a place called The Counter here, and it's a very, very good burger place. It's an expensive burger, though. Like, well, I get like a bison burger with a fried egg on it, medium, and pretty good. All right. Now we get to chill chat on the climax a little bit. Sure, it's a little twitchy. Let's just hang out in the caboose then. You know, I'm sure this is... Oh boy, that viewing experience. It's a little rough, but we're gonna go ahead and head back down, and we'll go design the hump yard and also some engine sheds by the new large freight yard here. That is looking mighty fine.
Sure you're not riding on a clang piston?
I definitely feel like I'm riding on a clang. There's a random wagon here, derailed. Alright. Normal day in Urco.
Well, don't you know, it's just, it was cheaper to just leave them there.
True. I don't even know how many wagons they're buying right now back at the freight yard.
There's at least a dozen. That would put us between 50 and 62 flats.
Pretty good.
Yeah,
when did an egg on a burger become a thing? Sounds so nasty.
I have a burger joint here that uses mushroom soup and pizza sauce on one of their burgers.
Dude,
It's goddamn amazing.
Basically, a thing called the breakfast burger became a thing. And a good sunny side up egg on a burger. It's pretty great. Pretty good.
Crack that yolk open. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. My waistline really likes it. I think it's a Hawaiian thing with the eggs on everything. No, it's a pineapple thing over there. Pineapple pizza. Jesus Christ.
Didn't we outlaw both on the channel, though?
What?
I thought we outlawed pineapple on this channel.
I know there for a while pumpkin was outlawed.
Or maybe that was just on pizzas what it was.
What's the longest train you guys pulled? The longest single one that we've done in multiplayer was like 27, 30? Something
30,
like that?
yeah, 30, I think.
But it was a mess. It just was, yeah, not a good time. Burger Ed bacon on glazed donut. Ooh, that sounds good too.
Who needs a bun when you got donuts?
Yeah. Or maybe just a bagel bun instead. Extra breakfasty. Or French toast buns.
I saw something local. They're doing cinnamon roll buns now.
Ooh. With
That's
frosting?
dangerous.
It's frosting.
Well, this is the thing. And this is for a burger?
Yes, for a burger.
See, at that point, it's no... If you need a knife and a fork to eat a burger, it stops being a burger. Now it's just meatloaf.
I mean, there ain't nothing wrong with a good meatloaf.
No, there's nothing wrong with the meatloaf, but I'm just saying it's no longer a burger because it's no longer a hand food. Who wants to pick up a bun covered in icing that goes on a cinnamon roll. Your hands are gonna feel nasty for the rest of the day.
But they will taste amazing.
I'm not arguing about the taste. I think they'll do good, but 2 eggs and a sausage patty, 4 pieces of bacon, and a hash brown bun.
That sounds good.
Oh yeah.
That's a well-balanced breakfast.
Yeah, that's your all food groups covered. 1 thin piece of lettuce.
Nah, we don't want to be too vegan.
You're right. Make it, we'll replace the lettuce with, cheese.
There you go.
Run a
Call
good
it
820.
Yellow lettuce.
Yellow lettuce, true. Sounds disgusting. Why not a good 820 split on a toasted bun with lettuce, tomatoes, and mayo, salt, and pepper?
I'd rather do
What the?
70-30. More fat in the burger means more flavor.
No, Climax, come back! Hold on. What did I just derail from? Climax.
Probably desync.
Climax, stop.
Yeah, that's probably just
Oh wait, I
straight
can
up
do this.
desync. The day when you're trying to catch up to a climax, and then you remember you have you.
Yeah. Remote stop. Yeah, what did this thing? It like just rolled over.
Yeah, that's. I had the same issue the other day. Like, there's absolutely nothing wrong with the track. Just all of a sudden, the rail car's just like, nah, I'm done. I know it's not the track because we came over that track with no issues yesterday.
And it's not letting me re-rail this. Oh, got it. Okay. It was tired? True. Alright, well that's rolling its way down. Go make sure the climax is ready to receive the gift that is the bobber caboose. Chunk. Come back. While you're rolling away. It's almost like Newton's third law. Or is it first? Is first law every action has an equal and opposite reaction? Is that the third? I don't even remember it anymore. One of his laws. All right, back on the road, or railroad. Whoa. Very nice, very nice. I'm trying to decide what the roof of the caboose is made out of. It's not like a shingle material, but it's also not just wood. Is it really just painted wood?
Probably.
They didn't have like any other material for it, like a tile or anything?
I mean, maybe a piece of thin metal at best.
Yeah, I think the original one. I mean, the original ones were just boxcars, but then I think as they transitioned it, they probably had a shingled roof and then into metal and such from there. I'm not as familiar with the narrow
Wood with
gauge
tar
stuff.
paper? That makes sense.
Would they have had tar paper in that age?
Oh, tars have been around forever.
Yeah, they would have that. Yep.
I feel like I don't think it would have been tar paper, but just like raw tar, just spread out.
Oh yeah, they could have done like a wood ply across the top and then maybe sealed it in with a tar. You're afraid of this caboose?
Don't forget to check that switch at the bottom of the hill, huh?
Oh, that's good.
By the helix.
I just checked it. We're good. Yeah, you know, I haven't seen the waterfall with the snow yet. Definitely looks decent. One of these days we need to fix this corkscrew too, because it's not perfect circle like some of the other ones that I've seen you do, Silent.
For a first attempt at a half decent helix, it turned out okay.
Turned out okay. I mean, better than your first attempt down here. Whatever this is. This is like a drunken squiggle. It's like you're trying to write a J in cursive. Let's go ahead and turn on our headlamp. And I'm doing a video just on the caboose alone with the storage yard. Oh, nice. So they're planning like a big January patch, like first patch.
Well, sometime in January. I think that's that bigger patch they've been talking about. That then got superseded for the Christmas delivery.
Looks like desync would be way less with 2 cars. Yeah. Where do you like see that mostly? In game general chatting?
Game general chat, idea board, bug fix. Those are the 3 channels I usually watch. Besides the third-party tools, those are the ones I watch the most.
Huh.
Wings, wedges, and root beer. Good dinner.
Mm-hmm.
I have the unload bug again tonight. They're so much fun.
Having a good time. I'm just skulking through the channel now, seeing if anything pops out.
Yeah, Kriegs has got it. He puts a lot of good stuff out there. If you watch his info, because he's the physics guy.
You heard a story of a guy in Vermont who was sleeping in a caboose in an old locomotive facility and claimed something was watching him through the caboose window from the outside. Oh no. It's the caboose serial killer. It's not an FPS issue. This is not FPS. My FPS is actually fine. This is a server desync issue. You know, it's just, yeah, my FPS is fine. Like, so you can see I can like look up and down, and my camera's not stuttering, but the thing I'm actually just writing on is stuttering. This is sadly just kind of the norm.
It's a straight up game.
Yeah.
Some days it's, you know, very, very tolerable. Some days, like today, where it's out of control.
Yep. Yeah, if it was FPS, the things wouldn't be twitching all over the place. The whole game would just kind of be stuttering. Which it looks like it's doing, but it's really not. Like, if I hop off the train real quick, you can see the game's fine. And it's still very early access. That is very true, Backwoods Entertainment.
Yeah, my 3070. I mean, if it was FPS, my 3070, even not even overclocked, wouldn't be having this kind of issue.
You know, I'm starting to think my 6-year-old PC might be due for an upgrade next year.
Yeah, all mine are getting
You just
rebuilt.
tell work that you need 10 grand for a computer upgrade.
If I need 10 grand for a PC, there's a problem. I mean, my current one was 5, but like, and honestly, I could just switch out parts. Like, I probably just need a better graphics card, and instead of 64 gigs of RAM, you know, like, it's fine. But
Yeah, but I mean, you may as well just upgrade it all the way.
And it is a scalper's market right now, so you know, 10 grand probably would be. I mean, the darn graphics cards are $1,500 right now.
yeah, that's why
Or
I'm
more.
gonna wait till next winter. It was in a video called B&M at Twilight. If you watched the ad for the video on YouTube, you called the story. Huh. More cards and engines on the server, the worse the desync becomes. Great. Well, we just bought a whole bunch of new wagons, so you know. Like, I know that's what Paul and Hushman are working on right now, getting a bunch of wagons out, and they're storing them here to be grabbed and used eventually. You would think more in wagons and engines wouldn't affect desync as much, because, you know, if it's not, like, in operation, it's essentially frozen.
Yeah, but it's still simulating physics. Even if it's not rolling.
Yeah, if the desync's a network bug, and if it's having to calculate physics for every card or car out there, then I could see where it's like trying to transmit that to all the guests and stuff back and forth. And
I think what they need to do is just, if it registers that it's like not in motion, then it just disables all physics to that item until,
Yep.
like, say, a break is released or it's put into motion.
Don't mind me just secretly fixing a work issue before people notice.
what issue?
Oh, nothing.
That's one of those, like, I don't know what you're talking about. It's just I didn't know anything there was a problem.
No issue whatsoever. You know, no email was ever sent out. Nothing was logged. There's no ticket out here.
Worst case, did you reboot? That might fix it if you reboot.
Yeah, have you tried unplugging it, counting to 10, and plugging it back in?
It's amazing how many things can get fixed just by simply restarting.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Good old fucking cache. And just clearing browser cache? Jesus Christ. That fixes half your issue. Alright, Climax is entering southbound main line. Can we, everyone work the track laying and fixing? Yeah. Yeah, everyone can work on track laying and fixing things in the game. You know what I can't wait for? Like, I feel like once the desync is kind of fixed, locomotives will just feel so much faster.
Oh, yeah.
Because they won't be, like,
Feel like
stuttering in
everybody's
place.
Well, that too, and also that most of the engines are. 1 second.
Yeah, so players do have access to this menu. You can lay down track, build bridges, groundwork, you can re-rail.
Yeah, so they did say that all
When
the
did that
engines
change?
are currently capped at 16 miles per hour max. so that as they fix the physics and stuff, they are going to remove that restriction too, so you can actually get the Eureka, you know, way faster.
I don't know what you're talking
Actual
about now,
passenger
Tom.
speed?
Like, what do you mean by everyone work the track laying and fixing? If you're talking about the re-railing tool, you know, it used to be host only, but they added that for clients a long time ago. Yeah, because the desyncs worse, the climax does feel slower. Feels bad, man, because I love you, climax. You bring me the greatest of pleasures. Chugga, chugga, chugga. That might be a screenshot. Okay, how am I gonna build this hump yard and fuel area? Oh well, this isn't set right. That sucks. I'm about to derail like a boss. Woo, we're going over! Nailed it. You've ridden in the climax a few times, it's fun. Oh, gig. Let's just throw this on the temp line. Here. Okay, break. All right, we're back, guys. We can start working on more build. All build all the time.
I shut down Satisfactory, just running in the background, maybe. See if that helps too.
Yeah, I mean, it's worth a try.
And it's to generate 9 tickets.
I mean, that's a help. I guess that's a few new decorative items.
Yeah, we have almost all of the architecture stuff purchased now.
Nice.
Bought the last of the windows, and I just started buying some of the LCDs.
That's exactly what I'm saying, Backwoods.
If you had enough property, would you build your own private little backyard railroad? For narrow gauge, like a 7 or 12-inch gauge?
You're asking me this?
Yeah.
No. I'm just simply too lazy. So it just probably wouldn't be a good idea.
You could have your own miniature climax.
Oh, please, I have one of those all the time. Do.
I'm gonna see what the other guys are up to.
Okay. Alright, let's get some facilities over here. Lay down the rail first, actually. Because without it, this is a little hard to kind of see. So this is just going to be a fueling and watering point. Here off to the side. Nothing fancy. Alright, let's get this lined up straight as possible to the rail. That's pretty good. I'll do that. That's close enough. I think so. And then as for water, we will put the water on this side, I think.
Up a 19-car train.
What about a 19-car train?
That's how many T2 cars they bought.
Nice. Get her done.
They're on their way over to the lumber mill.
Yeah, about that. We're running really low on stuff.
What stuff?
Well, lumber at the moment.
It's fine. They can grab beams and go up to the coal mine.
Well, let me go over and look. I mean, the pond is empty, so whatever we have in stock is all we have in stock.
I mean, that's about probably 100 of each, if I had to guess. Close to it. Okay. What, everything begins at the sawmill.
83
Sawmill
beams
is
and 100
life.
lumber, so yeah, not too bad.
Imagine a lot of that'll disappear when the other guys roll in.
Yep. I've got 3 log cars I can't unload, but I'm gonna go ahead and take the whole train back around and just go ahead and fill it back up, so the next time, you know, you're down this way silent, we can just unload the entire thing into the pond.
I can't
Or it'll
wait
magically fix
until
itself.
I can't wait until we get like a switch tower.
That would be nice.
Not only for like the switch mechanic, but like to give like a cool vantage point to watch trains go by. Freight depot, but all the stuff goes through the sawmill. Yeah. The sawmill is just like the main supply route, full stop. It
Really
touches
wish that
everything.
The land around the sawmill was a lot more flat. You could actually do nice big long loading docks.
Do 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 do. Okay, I think that's decent. It's supported. It'll function. Let's get a little stopper over here. Mm. Okay. Am I gonna add a switch to the back side of it? No, this is just like somewhere, you know, the shunters can come in and pull and get water and everything. And then up this way to the left, this will actually take you to the hump yard, and then over this way will take you to like the little wagon house engineering area, right? So go ahead and get that. Groundwork started. Here. Okay, so we got that. This linked up as well.
Alrighty. Class 70 has 20 new shiny new flat cars. We're all hooked up and ready to head out the main line towards the summit.
Nice. Okay, these I need to go up now. Actually, I need to use a variable grade. Man, I don't use variable grades enough, probably. Okay, so the hill, we're gonna go gain up a few. Here's the height.
Should we be expecting any surprises coming through the new yard?
No. You can cut through the main yard if you want to. You can just zig around in there if you want.
Nah, we got 20 cars. Maybe we should stay on the main.
Might be a good test, to be honest. Up to you, though.
Well,
I think
we're already
we've
past this
already
place.
passed it.
GG.
Couldn't stop even if we wanted to.
Let's face it, you don't want to.
Gotta go fast.
Oh, I haven't even opened her up yet.
are you guys going to be running, or where to?
Where do you want these cars?
I wanted you to just leave them in the siding, unless you want to load them. If you want to load them and leave them full, ready for pickup in the big siding yard, you're free to do so.
It's kind of awkward to leave them in the sidings there.
Hmm?
Talking
It's
about
fine.
the new
New
yard of
siding.
sightings.
Lock in a new yard. I guess we
Yeah.
could have done that too.
We could always back in.
Yep.
We're good at backing in.
Are you going to load up the wagons first and then, leave 2 trains of 10, right?
Mm-hmm.
To be picked up? That might be fine. I'm waiting to see you guys pop in here. I can't wait till I see you guys floating. I can't wait until the draw distance for clients is just better. It's just so cool to see trains like way off in the distance as the host. You know what's been really nice? Not wasting firewood since the patch.
Yes, it's got a lot better. Stuff
There
like
she
that
is.
just gives me
Give me a whistle,
confidence
please.
in this game.
Now the switch is set for you guys to go in.
Okay, although, I guess the sawmill setup hasn't changed, has it?
Nope.
Nope. It's hooked up now too, so you can actually get in there.
Yeah, but a train that long, you need to reverse into the sawmill.
Yeah, we're
Train
gonna
that
Yep.
long.
back in. Hey,
Yeah, you can just
It's
split the train in
climax.
half.
a wild climax appeared. Heads up, the switch up ahead is against us.
You guys don't have the map?
Not yet.
Oh! Class 70 derailed.
How?
How?
I just watched
didn't
that
know the
happen
map?
in real time. No.
Oh, saw this switch.
It
This
hit
switch.
this switch.
Oh, darn it.
The
Oh,
box
no.
Yeah, there's
collides.
oh. That's
With
gonna need
this
some
one.
tweaking.
I mean, I could just do that. See if you can pull forward now.
Problem? I would say a problem.
Yeah, we just had a little bit of an arm hanging out there.
Huh.
Can't pull forward?
I'm at 35 reg. Should be able to move in.
A little weird.
Hitbox strong.
Hitbox is the strongest thing in any given game.
Maybe it's considering itself derailed? No.
The 70 is so heavy, it can kind of ghost ride over most things. Like, even if the switch is against it, the engine will stay on the tracks.
Okay, it even collides. There's
Right
literally
there.
nothing hitting it. That's frustrating.
Well, I'm guessing the switch stand, probably the hitbox maybe just exists in both, covers both states. Maybe it just doesn't change.
Maybe.
What happens if I do this?
But like the thing is, the flag is a no clip item. Like
Is it?
the only thing that is like that has a hitbox is the actual metal bit of the stand. So it's
Need some-
it's literally like half its width too close.
We need some dwarf switch stands.
Oh man.
Oh, that's
I wonder if does the Coke have the same problem? Or is it just this one because of the how much wider it is with the
Well, you know what's gonna
box?
the biggest problem then will be the Heisler. It's the fattest butt of them all.
I think this one's technically wider.
We need to build a
Boxcars would also be a problem, but we never take boxcars this way, so it's fine.
Not yet.
I mean, this fix actually isn't that bad to do because it's on the inner rail, and I can just kind of shift this over a little bit more, so it kind of dodges it.
All right, well,
And I think that's the tightest switch that I have here. And I made it through this one just fine, which is a good sign. So you can see just like that, the distance between the boards here is the distance that this one's just too close.
Yep.
Well, you guys, I guess you guys are going to be putting those in the siding after all, huh? Or in the yard.
Yep.
And then maybe you guys can just use the climax to load them if you want. Because it's here.
There are 2 quarter 2s in the
Yeah.
sawmill.
Could use those as well.
The porters would be the one that would be shunting between the yard and.
Yeah.
Yeah, shunting with the 70 isn't exactly
Feasible.
the greatest.
You know what kind of sucks? While I really want to get the you know, the engine houses out here to be like hooked up, I really want the 60-footer for the turntable before I do that. Because that thing should be almost ready, the way Kabuki talks about it. And I think it would just look cooler to have that by the big yard than the small turntable. What do you guys think?
It'd be easier to work around because, you know,
Well, unless
Instead
it's
of
the same
having to
speed, and then no.
instead of having to adapt an existing setup to fit a new turntable, you just build it around the turntable.
Well, like, it wouldn't be much adapting. It would be straight up deleting and remaking. Okay. So we gain some altitude here.
So for now, I guess could we just cut out that switch temporarily? You can still, you have to go a longer way around, but you can still make it work. You just have to use the next crossover.
That crossover, without it, the storage yard can't head north. That's the problem.
Isn't there one
No.
north of the sawmill switch?
No.
Oh, that's new then.
I mean,
yeah, there is. I mean, you have to go on the southbound for a little while, but it's still doable.
Oh well, that one. Yeah, I mean, I guess you could do it that way. You know.
Just for now.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Just rip that out. I can fix it later. I really hope I have enough kinetic energy for this to function. I mean, I think I do, but kind of never know. All right. For friction purposes, we want this to be pretty much straight as possible. Please let me place you. Thank you. Don't need any kinks in this line. Come on. Why?
Is Climax supposed to be moving?
Yes. Help me get unstuck.
Alright. Oh yeah, you're running it now. Your fancy map thing that I've been too lazy to install.
Map thing, best thing. Uthris' rock is gone during winter. Such a shame. It's okay. We got Uthris twigs now. All right. So trains will roll down this hill, or wagons. We'll hit this flat. In which case, we will decide on many switches for it to go down.
So, when I
For
head
storage.
back from the iron mine, I'll have, if I include locomotive and tender, a 40-car train.
Oh, Lord.
What?
You're gonna derail,
Down the
and
iron
you're gonna be
mine
so
track.
sad.
It's soon to be a world of tears.
And it's going to be pulled by the Eureka.
Oh boy.
You're really asking for it.
Yeah,
That's
he
the
is.
least ludicrous
You know,
out of everything.
might I suggest just save yourself time? Just eat it. Just eat it. It's fine.
And I have the Heisler up here. I could use that as well.
I don't think it matters what you pull. The track is just not designed for that much weight in a single train.
8 cars is like the max I've ever taken down of that derailing.
I've
also
I've
never
done
had
like
hook
14,
advantage.
but like you know, it's good luck. You know, maybe it's one of those times where it's just no brake, all gas.
Maybe.
Unstuck.
I've been lucky to do 12 cars and an engine. But yeah, more than that, I always feel like I'm, just asking for trouble.
Yep.
Make for a hell of a screenshot.
Well, that.
I don't know how I want this thing to look, but we're going with some sort of luck here. May work, may not work. We'll be finding out.
Nope.
Okay, we curve outside. Wait, what? Curve outside, outside. Oh, okay. I know what's up with this. That's the correct spacing. You know, I can't wait till like we get like a three-way junction, or you know, something that can support more trains, because I feel like, you know, things could be a lot more compact in this game if we just had more
tighter
junctions.
junctions. Curvy junctions. Y junctions.
Y junctions indeed. Because we can. That's why. Okay, now this one needs to go back this way. That's awful. Okay, try this again. There we go. Number 20 switches to the number 10s that we have. I don't know what does the number mean?
Radius, isn't it?
Degrees per 100 feet or something like that. I don't know. It's a model train thing, so it's funny.
Yeah, I just simply don't know either.
Alright, Hushman, why don't we pull these cars together, these 3 stray cars together with the climax, and I'll push these cars forward, clear of this switch.
I'm grabbing
That'd
a
be
porter
good.
right now to do it.
Hook them up and then go from there.
I got a porter over here
Straight.
warming up.
Boom, boom,
Oh, you got a
boom.
porter warming up. Okay.
Yep.
So ratio between the length and straight of the turnout. A number 20 is half the length of a 10. Interesting. So higher the number, the shorter the turn? Or the sharper the turn? What about the mogul?
Mogul northbound departing logging camp.
Roger.
Uh-oh, the 70's just sitting here on the main line, just shaking.
It's shaking in rage. How dare it be
abandoned.
thwarted by one single switch?
It's like trees in GTA or whatever, they stop everything.
Or just kind of anything in this game, everything twitches.
I mean, like the train in GTA.
Nothing can stop the train.
People still keep trying.
Yep. But, you know, gotta have goals. Man, I keep losing my cursor in the snow. It's driving me nuts. Yes, in shorter straight section. The frogs are shorter also, as they are the points. Are the frogs these things?
It's where the rails cross.
And then I'm assuming the points are actually points. Or maybe these are the points because they're pointy and they move. I have no idea. I'm sure all railroad people like watch my stream and it's like, oh, he's cute. He doesn't know what he's talking about. But he tries.
Tries and he builds good yards.
I doubt it. We'll see if that opinion sticks after this hump yard, huh? Hump yards usually, correct me if I'm wrong, I want to say to grab things, there's probably some sort of loop at the end that the shunter would actually just come down to and grab at the very end of the line.
Pretty sure there's different versions.
There's different ways to do it, probably.
I've seen some where it's like your entire yard that you set up was the hump yard, where you had an entrance and an exit, just like humped up the one, flattened out, and then humped down the other side.
Basically, the loose cars go in one end, and then the other end's flat, and that's where the engines hook up and pull the trains out.
Correct, yeah. And that what Silent was saying is exactly what... I think it's still the biggest in North America, but Union Pacific's got one, and it's pretty sweet. I've never been to see it, but I have seen videos of it.
Switches in this game are designed for fast trains, not yards. True. Joke's on them, they made the climax. Well, this is just going to be a dead-end yard because I just don't want to have to overthink it. And if you need to come down here to grab wagons, you just come down the hill and you grab something and pull stuff out. How many different wagon types are there again? There's Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3, Tier 3, Tier 4?
Tier 5, Tier 5. Oil and box are Tier 5. Hoppers are Tier 4. Steak
I'm gonna
Corbett is T.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. All right.
But maybe you should sort it by destination. Like probably have 3 or 4 destinations.
I don't have enough room here, sadly. Like it just, either I need to make my hill steeper but shorter, right? Or I just have the room that I have to work with here, and that's
Yep.
it, kind of deal. Or I could, in theory, branch off and have a second yard in parallel. So like 1 yard for maybe southern half of the map and 1 yard for northern half of the map.
But really, like you only need like 5 different tracks for all the feasible combinations you want. I don't know. I'm just blowing steam.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm at 9 right now. I think.
Well, you don't really have to do anything for hoppers, because hoppers are usually just going to live at the mines or at the smelter.
We'll start with 9, and if we need more, we'll get more.
I think 9's probably plenty.
Okay. Mm-hmm. It's because of that I'm gonna flip this switch. It's gonna be better if it's one of these. And I'll just make it look a little bit more compact rather than fingers everywhere. Okay, 4 going that way, 4 going that way. Both of those in the same direction, both of those in the same direction. Great, 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 great. Let's cut these down. Does someone want to test sending a wagon down? I don't know if anyone's near like the sawmill.
Yeah, I could do one.
There's a wild porter appeared.
Okay.
Not that wild.
Just get something up to the top of the hill and I'll tell you when to like push it over.
Oh, this one's gone.
Which with the far lane?
What?
Which lane?
It's
I haven't actually seen this.
it's where I'm at.
Oh, okay.
So you
Yeah,
know,
it's this lane right here.
Yep.
I'm gonna open up the center and I'm just gonna let something go all the way straight through. I just want to see if it derails itself at the end. That way I can tell if it has momentum to kind of do it. So let's do. And it does level out a little bit at the top of the hill, so it goes like up 1 to 2 to 3 level, and then down 1 to 3. Kind of deal.
One car.
Okay, switch that. Switch that. All right, you can send her whenever you're ready. I want to say, stop pushing. Out here, I'm actually going to build a little mark. Still working on this, you know it. So you want to stop pushing probably there. What do you think? Is this going to be steep enough?
It's gonna depend.
Depends on how much speed it can get to.
Yep.
How much speed do you want?
What are you driving?
Quarter 2.
Give it like 15% red. Too steep? Nah, she's fine.
And is the car loaded or unloaded?
Loaded.
Okay.
Don't think that does that matter yet? Did they fix that?
Well, I mean, it may or may not, but the big thing is we just want to know what we're dealing with.
Well, I think what matters the most is I'd rather go a little bit fast, so
Yep.
that because you know to get over the physics limitation in the game.
So for this to work, you need one guy to pull the pins, one guy to run the engine, one guy to catch the car, or to throw the switches, and catch the cars at the bottom.
Or you just have the map tool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Or
you
the
just-
other.
Yeah, if it's done right, you could, if you're trying to build stuff, like if you're trying to build iron ore mine stuff, you could literally bring out like 8 beams, and then you just unhook the pin and push it down the hill. And then same thing with the planks, you just would have to deal with, you know, the switches.
Get ready. Full break. Goodbye, my friends.
Bye, cruel world.
All right, now
You
we
get
are
to do that
flat.
thing from every train fight ever in any sort of media where the one guy stands on the train as the other half is uncoupled, with his coat flapping in the breeze.
This one should work. I would be interested to see whenever you branch through like 2 sets of switches, how much speed you lose.
I applied the brake. It was gonna derail otherwise.
Nice.
Okay. Do.
No.
All right.
Balls.
I'm going to get the others straight. I mean, really, I just need to test the outermost one, right?
Yeah, I think that one, because you'll be going through 2 switch junctions, and you'll be curving, so that's where you're going to lose your most speed at.
Mm-hmm.
So if those succeed, then everything else should work perfectly fine.
I'm actually going to do this one, because it has kind of a kink back the most. First.
Alright, I'll kill some trees in front of our tracks here.
Sure.
Murderer.
Hey, it's free. I'll do all I need to.
You grew up with an earshot of a hump yard and with the constant slamming of car noises going in the background. No, just get some ear protection, you know. Sure, it's fine.
Loudest is the screeching.
Okay, we'll get rid of that. And then this guy. Right, boom, boom.
Oh, please stand by. I'll get this cleared up right away. Nothing to see here.
Nothing to see here.
What derailed?
I know
I
nothing.
think it's really cool. Can't wait to see it in full swing. Yeah, we'll be interested to see if we actually use it. I think that's kind of going to be the question.
Yeah. I mean, we may not be humping as much cars as we want, but we'll definitely need the yards, because you've been seeing what I've been doing lately.
Yeah, I mean, like I feel like this is, you know, if we have a bunch of empties, we can just throw them down here. You know, this definitely wouldn't be like storing, you know, loaded wagons. That's what the other yard's for. That's my arrivals departures area. Mm-hmm.
what you can do is if you have a bunch of beams and lumber, you can send it over and put 3 beams in one track and 2 beams in the other track. And send the empty, build trains for the coal mine and the iron mine.
Talking about this hump yard?
I'm trying to figure out ways to use it.
Yeah, that's what I was doing earlier. Is because if you could set eight beams, and then someone would need to run rail up here, and with 4 rails, that would make your coal one, and then you need 4 planks and 8 beams would make your iron ore one.
And I think it would be cool to have like a large center yard, like to do those in a way. Like for example, all the outputs go to a central yard to be sorted and built into trains to be delivered. But the way the map is kind of currently configured, it's just not worth it to do.
Most stuff is still just unit trains as well. Like we deal in blocks of cars as opposed to individual onesie-twosie cars.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be that way for a while, really.
Yeah.
Map would need to be twice as big to really justify.
Kind of like when you're in transport feeder, you don't
distribution.
really run mixed freight trains. You run the train from the oil, then you run the goods or whatever.
Well,
Unless you got nappies.
they also need to make it to where not every industry can have its own massive yard, right? There just needs to be like an arrivals, departures for a lot of these places.
All right, I think I've got your yard. Your area's pretty well. I mean, there may be a tree or two we may have to tweak, but I think the generic area is open for you.
No double phantom link.
No, Karen, it's not a minimap. It's a third-party utility, giving the impression of a minimap.
Yep.
See the pinned comment in chat if you want to get it yourself.
Wow, Silent jumping on that. It also has the power to just flip switches and stuff, so we can flip switches.
It's God mode.
Yeah, it's awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and get something set up to switch to the second to the last one. Get the switch there. So if you guys want to get ready with another test car.
Ready.
Oh, you're actually ready?
Yep.
Okay. Well, you can send it.
All right.
Hopefully I can build the track before it gets here, but that's the risk I'm willing to take. Okay, nailed it.
Got 40.
Is the
test
center
cars if
one
you want.
set up for the center, or is it actually set up to accept it? Okay, I think you fixed
Uthris, if you want, I got 40 test cars.
it. Well, I'm gonna have to determine how many cars can go down each, lane.
Wow.
What that looks like and stuff. Wow, what?
Well, I'm just at the the north end of the yard there, and I'm putting my train back together after derailment. And this one car has rolled maybe 60 cars down the line on the main because there's this big dip.
Oh yeah, that dip. Yeah.
Nope, now it's coming to a stop. It's going to come back down.
Is it still really easy to derail your train? Depends. Oh, there she is.
Basically made a train half pipe.
Well, that one's hauling ass.
It's actually slower than last time.
Really? What percent reg? 10%?
This was 15, the other one was 18.
Okay. I think it's hitting these yards at a good speed. Like, it's not going to cause
Yeah.
things to, like, accordion too much. I don't think. Yeah, it made it to
I
the
think
end of
what we
derailed.
need to, what we should do next is we should send another one down exactly the same way, and see. I mean, I know you got to put a blocker there first,
I'll
but
put a blocker. I know what you want to
make
say.
sure they don't slam enough to where they derail, because then we may have to adjust the percentages and stuff.
Or I could make the ending a slight uphill. Like
Yeah,
a,
that too.
Like a 1 degree, like little at the end, so it just never really rests at the bump.
Well, that flat car is going. It's having an adventure now. I can't keep up to it. Someone's gonna discover that flat car somewhere later.
Okay, bumper in place. First test is a gap between the car and the bumper. We have another
car.
wagon to use.
Oh yeah.
We could also send the car down on like 5% brake too.
What we really need are knuckle couplers as well.
Oh, we're getting those. Well, we're getting split face couplers, not knuckles.
So I'm pretty sure that's when they kind of figured out the hump here thing, where cars just automatically tag on.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, they'll be getting the new couplers, and then they're also going to have it to where they have you can still accept the link and pin, so they're kind of like combo couplers because there was a transition period. So you can either pay to upgrade your cars, or you can have older cars that you can still link to your newer cars and such.
Will empties carry less speed? We'll have to test that too.
I mean, realistically, you can't do much testing until they redo all the weights properly, anyways.
True.
Well, I mean, test with what we have. I mean, that's all we can do. Else, there's no point even you testing a line, and we know I can't take that entertainment from you.
Just look at it this way.
Yeah, it's a
That
problem.
means after every couple patches, we're going to have to retest everything. So buckle up and ride the roller
Content.
coaster.
It's the content.
Exactly.
Content train coming through.
The Uthris special.
Does anyone want to come ride the Mega Train with me?
Mega. No, because I'd rather not deal with all the derailments you're about to have.
I don't need to deal with that much pain and suffering.
Only 40 rail cars. Gotta set
Yeah.
a record.
He's dealing with 20, and he's having problems over here.
Enough to destroy a small town.
Just a small town?
Well, if they were tank cars, you could destroy a medium-sized to large town. But they're just flat cars.
I don't know, you could load that boxcar with dynamite. Or nitro. I was
Also-
browsing Netflix last night, they added Wild Wild West.
After you try this other single car, can we try like a 3-car drop? Like, at once?
Yeah. Okay, it'll be a 3-car empty.
That's fine.
Yep, I'm gonna get this back together, then I'll shove these into a track so you guys can play with them.
Think you're gonna go train your dog to use the toilet? Alright. Good luck on the adventure.
I recommend
What?
Bribes.
Oh. I done got sideswiped.
Also, there's 117 iron ore ready for pickup.
Nice.
That's the most we've ever had.
How many cars is that? That's
Well, it's
10 per
17.
17 cars.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
17.
Was it 170 or 117 to pick up?
117.
Okay, so it's 11 cars. And a half.
Holds what, 250 or 270 up there?
Caps at 290.
Okay.
Since
The
there
darn
aren't signs, you can
coal
set a car off the side at the stopping point, name it, and with the push speed so everyone can see. Oh, I see.
Well, it used to be that you could just name a hand cart, but they disabled that.
Every time you sit down to watch a video, he wants to go outside. He's just a good boy. As my mother would say, he has to go peepers.
Somehow the most American thing I've heard.
Yep.
Best part about this map is linking long trains together is so much easier. You can remote control your train.
Well, for you
You're
who
30
have
cars
render
away.
distance, I mean, yeah. Where's this train at?
We ran into a little problem.
Oh boy.
It's coming.
Someone's gonna have to go take a piss test after that one.
Is there an on-the-job issue going on right now?
I don't know. It's just
Am I gonna have to get
minding my
corporate
own
involved?
business, and I got sideswiped by another train.
You deserved it.
WCB will not allow for claims to be filed. Sorry.
How dare.
No, Phantom Link.
I haven't run into Family Link in a while.
Neither have I, but I've got about 8 in this one train.
Did they decrease the delete range for rails?
I don't know.
I feel like it's just much shorter than it used to be. I guess no one else is building but me right now. I'm gonna test this with a double.
Ain't coming.
Okay.
I bet you could take a 40-car train down from the coal mine.
Oh, I went down the wrong lane. Who switched the switch?
What? That's nice.
Well, this is anticlimactic. Send the 3 empty ones.
Alright.
I fixed the switch, so it should be going the right way now.
Thought waiting for the grand finale, and I'm like, oh, wrong line. That's not good.
Yeah, well, I mean, technically it was good. I think it'd be nice if we had like some sort of kick switch that alternates.
Yep.
Every time a train goes through. That way it we get a nice even distribution. We need a smart splitter. How many AI cores do we have, Silent?
All of them.
I don't think we have barcodes and scan readers yet on for these things, or tags, I should say.
All of those jobs you just described
Nice.
are separate dudes.
All right, Chad. On a scale of 1 to 10, how often are we actually going to be using this? I think a
0.5.
solid 2. Is a mediocre a best feature?
All right, I'm still following your track there, Porter.
Well, I think as we sit right now, we probably won't use it as much as we want, but when they get dedicated servers and stuff up and going, we are able to load our maps back into it. That will be where you can have people coming and going day and night doing stuff. That'll really tell you right there if it's usable or not.
I have a feeling most people, when they play a game, they'll play it, and then like wherever they are, they'll just leave their train. Like that's just what's going to happen with dedicated servers. I feel.
Yeah, it depends on how you set that up. I mean, like some of the Run 8 servers I've been watching online, because I don't do Run 8, but just kind of like what is it type thing. They got some pretty you have to go to a yard. Like you don't stop. You have to go to a yard and then then you log out type thing.
Oh well, they're treating it like like a flight sim.
Yep.
Kind of. They have yard masters, right, and stuff.
Yard masters, the whole 9
Whitelisted,
yards.
I'm
They even fill
assuming.
out paperwork.
Oh boy, that's
Yeah.
That's a little much. I like RP, but if I wanted to be a train conductor, I'd just go get my license.
Exactly. There was someone in I think it was the ideas board, but for their server, for their group, they literally created a Word document, and they fill it out for each train. Where's it going?
Alright,
Because
so
they're
you pull
doing mixed
forward.
consists everywhere.
Okay, 70s come forward.
I mean, it'll be interesting. I think that stuff will be better maybe once there's mod support to kind of give
Yep.
servers more interesting options and functionality in-house. Run 8, they just delete the train they were driving before exiting or give it an AI bot.
Yep.
Ah, man, but
You've been working
going.
on your yard for 3 days and you're still at it. Good job, Dexus.
I'm taking those 3 cars.
okay, I see.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, I'll get out of your hair. Do you want to just let's just pull that entire train into a track, and get it off the main.
So I'll take these 3 cars. You can hook up and then move it into a siding.
Oh, why don't you just hook up to all of them?
Because
would
I've
make-
taken 3 to the hump yard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we need test candidates.
I mean, you can just take the whole cut and keep kicking them as you go. Put them all through the
Just
hobby yard.
give us your train. That's fine.
What is this? Train robbery going on over there?
Lambs to the slaughter.
Oh. Well, I just crashed.
Oh boy.
Like physically or game?
The game crashed.
Oh boy.
I'm not too sure if that porter got engaged or not.
That sounds running up the track right now. To find it, found that laying track is more enjoyable. I think it's the challenge. Yeah, it makes you think, and it's relaxing at the same time. It's like doing a Sudoku puzzle.
I don't see a porter, but I do have a random. Oh, there it is. There is a random headlight from Class 70 floating out here in front of me.
They do that from time to time.
All right. Let's take Scotty. Let's hook up these 3 cars, hook up the other 17 cars, and we'll push them. So that way you guys have just plenty of ammunition. You can just kick them down 3 at a time or whatever, whenever they need them.
a lot of rail up here.
Up where?
This yard.
Oh, you like it?
I haven't seen it done yet.
Mm-hmm.
And Silent still has his hand card on the little track over here for his memorial.
No.
Of course.
Good old Silent. So wholesome.
Yeah, this will definitely do. Now, if we could only unload things.
Almost like keep them on like its own platform or something.
Well, what I meant by that is, you know, like I can't unload like things over there. Some of the other guys can't load things either randomly, so you know, it's kind of hard to actually have trains come through here and do stuff if you can't unload the cars once you get to their destinations.
Hmm.
Alright, somebody want to back me into those cars there?
Okay, you hit one of them already, and come back quarter car.
Quarter car.
Except for hours laying track and never knew I was at it for so long. Now I make 1 or 2 runs, then go see what track I can lay, whether it's building new or improving. Yeah.
And contact.
Okay, all linked.
You're linked.
Stretching them ahead.
What they screw up this update? Hard? Oh wait. Clients not being able to unload wagons a lot. Yeah, but it's frustrating.
All shaken.
Looks good so far. I'm running the whole train. Yep, you have everything, including your bobber.
Okay, I'm gonna pull clear, and then we'll shove. I guess we can shove right onto the hump.
Yeah.
Ba, 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 ba. I just hope the new update brings in new music. While I love the soundtrack, after 200 some hours, I'm a little done with it.
OG Transport Tycoon soundtrack. You can never go wrong.
Yeah.
Like, not the open source version, like the one that came with the original game.
Well, that one, you know, is still in the open source one, I think. Actually, no, they couldn't use it, right?
They couldn't use it.
Well, then I doubt I could stream it.
I guess not.
Cup.
Am I looking back there?
Yeah, you still got like 8 cars to the caboose.
Okay.
Make that 10.
10 to go. 10. Alright, switches are good. Go ahead.
Two,
4 more cars.
3.
Or to go.
Caboose is clear. Throwing switch.
Stopping.
I'm guessing the rest of these are all thrown already the right way.
They should be.
Okay.
Keyword should be.
Yeah, I'm just walking it for the first time, and it's looking correct.
Yeah, it gets a little hard to read through there.
Alright, well, I'll start easing back here.
Give me a shove back, and I'll double check here.
Once
How much
this
room do I
yard
got
is
for
complete, are
now?
you gonna fill the yard with extra cars?
let's
As we
correct on the
need to,
map.
yeah.
Alright, one car to the switch, and then we're gonna start rolling to the right. So,
Switch is good.
switch is good, keep going.
Okay. It is fun switching with 20-car trains.
Snow makes it hard to see flag switch. Also true. I mean, I'm just gonna be relying on the map at this point. You know, though relying on the map while you're pushing a wagon is a little tough.
I'm hooked up for 35 cars. Ready to depart.
For now. We'll see how many make it.
Can you even see this on the map?
No, we can't because we can see maybe you, just your blue character, but we can't see anything around you because we're not in visual range.
And of course, I accidentally hit the switch on the map and derailed the last 2 cars. I was trying to turn off the brakes. I hit the switch instead.
All right, all switches behind us are good.
Damn it.
Shove back 20.
Coming back, good for 20.
To put it in perspective, the Heisler is sitting at the main switch entrance, heading towards the smelter, and the caboose is sitting at the main switch entrance, heading towards the lumber mill
Oh, good
on
grief.
track 2.
Don't
How
mind
far do
me.
you think you'll make
Just
it?
responding to work
Yeah.
right now.
Is that for casual drive?
And assuming I can even leave the yard. God damn it. I gotta fix that. I didn't think the switch would actually kick it off the truck like that. Let me pull it.
Nasty switches.
Yield remote control.
All right, final switch before we hit to the hump yard. We're good. Keep coming back. You're clear to the next yard.
Okay, clear alley, we're coming back. The annoying thing I've found is you can only see like 13 cars.
Yeah.
So, real life, you can say, okay, you're good for 100. This, it's like, oh god, good for 10.
Good for, I don't know. I can't see the end of it.
All right, go ahead and give us a stop here.
Whoop. Coming to stop.
Well, the little Heisler's pulling 34.
Little Heisler? I don't think anyone's ever called the Heisler little. Who does that?
It'd be
I
interesting
think
when
we
I
broke
Heisler
to
could
the
beat you up
brakes.
any day.
No, I linked it.
Oh, okay. Incoming caboose. We're coming in hot.
Okay. Like, into the hump yard? Alright, well. Oh, Lord.
We need a track just before the hump yard where we can leave our cabooses.
Well, I mean, like, if you're shunting, you honestly don't need the caboose and stuff on there anyways.
We need a caboose storage track.
Those will actually probably be sitting out on the other yard because you'll grab one of those right before you take out.
Is there a Y in this yard? That's where cabooses usually live.
All right, contact. So we did derail slightly.
Yeah, but it's like at the perfect height to just like get stuck. which actually might be good.
So the question is, I think it's straight up. So if we were able to hook up a train and pull forward, would it stay on the track? I think there's a good chance it would.
Yeah, but I might try and raise the thing a little bit.
Yeah.
So that it actually hits with the couple rather than the trucks. Okay, well, I mean, this is why we test. Yay, testing! And yay, work emails coming in at freaking 11 p.m. Little do they know is I've been drinking wine, so it's not like I'm allowed to be working right now. It's how to get out of work, lads. Just be like, I'm drunk, I can't. Not gonna happen.
My out of office says, I will see you on January 4th. If you need something more important before then, here are the 2 leads that work underneath me. And if you really need me, go call my boss and he will decide if he needs to wake me up or not from vacation.
That's how you know you're important.
Yeah, jeez. Let me go ahead and read you my out of office for Christmas. Oh wait, there's not gonna be one.
I have an India lead and I have a US lead. Like, you guys can go bother them because they have about 25 people underneath them that work. So unless you got a major issue, you burn the data center down. You're not going to need an architect while we're in a change freeze.
I wish I was in a change freeze right now. That'd be great. I am in the opposite of a change freeze. It is, everything's changing.
Yeah.
Have you ever had like a full conversion and reimplementation over a three phase cutover of database structures? Like, that's dumb. I don't know why we're doing this. Everything should just cut over Jan 1 and be done. But they're like, no, can't do it. You know, you're gonna get your master data the first week. You're getting your transactional data the second week. And you're not getting any GL data until the end of the month. This is like, okay, great. Thanks, vendor. You're awesome.
Yeah.
Oh.
I did have to build out a new data center for disaster recovery and had to do it in less than 3 months. And that required, something like 15 to 20 petabytes and a couple 100 gig circuits to be delivered and all new network infrastructure. So
that's not cheap.
That was crazy.
Imagine the price tag on that.
Yes. Because the storage was all flash too.
Of course.
I'm assuming it's... So do you work in a like a data warehouse, or you... I'm assuming this is all on-prem stuff?
Yeah, it's there's 5 main data centers, one of them being DR, and then there's like 100 remote satellite offices that have systems at it, and plus we're moving to the cloud, so we're building out cloud data centers now.
I hope DR is not in the same building.
No, it is in the same geography though, but there's a mountain range, between them.
That's not bad. I think our DR is all the way in fucking Texas.
Yeah, mine's in my DR is in Virginia, so it's production, but there's Appalachian Mountains are between them, so.
Yeah, not many natural disasters go through there.
Yep. So I'm usually, if it wasn't COVID, I would be out your direction a couple times a year usually.
Oh yeah?
Yep. Go through, I drive because I don't like flying, so the nice, go through from Missouri to, pick up by I-64, run all the way to Norfolk.
Okay. Well, if you're ever in Northern Virginia, hit me up.
Yeah, usually I'm out there every February, March, and then I'm out up there in the summer, and then usually some crash project in the fall. So,
Nice.
and plus I love DC just from the Smithsonian's and the that kind of stuff. So, DC is my if I can go out there and spend time, I do. But usually it's in Virginia. But
The Smithsonian's are probably the best thing about DC. Otherwise, it's kind of crap.
yeah.
And then over here in Northern Virginia, it's bougie as hell. So fucking fake.
Yeah, I do a lot of like I love Civil War, like that kind of history stuff. So like, I try to go out there and like I haven't been to Fredericksburg yet. I've been around Fredericksburg, but I actually haven't been to the battlefield yet. So it's on my list to do.
I'd love to say that line, but if I get a call for someone that I need to come to work, because whoa, hold on, what? Am I just that tired? I would love to say that line. I think they're talking about like you're out of office. But if I get a call from someone that I need to come to work,
I think he's referring to the
Yep.
I'm drunk.
Oh yeah.
it could be that line. Who knows? All right, what do you guys think of the hump yards?
Ready for the next test?
Sure, just throw like 20 down here, whatever.
I got 17 cards coming.
Sure. I mean, you could have been testing this whole time. I was working on the other rails that weren't in test mode.
All right, I want to ride one of these down. Maybe not here. I'll pull a pin and send like 5 down.
It's gonna be kind of cool to come by here on the lumber camp route. To like, just like, all of a sudden the forest goes away and there's just rails.
Yep. Yeah, it's nice for me with the out of office thing because I haven't been able to do that. I think last year was the first year I actually got to do that. I mean, I always would have to say, "Hey, I'm on vacation," but every year at Christmas, I always got called back from vacation to work at least a couple days in a row, and it was just like crazy.
It looks good, but you want to see it full? Sure.
Get
One day we'll see it full.
Hump switch will get you ahead.
By the way, don't set any of the brakes down here at the hump yard. Like, technically they're not supposed to have any brakes on. Goes well.
All right, keep it at that speed. Bounce. Maybe ease them up just a little bit.
What I'm worried about is when these things come down and bounce backwards, they're going to roll back into one of the junctions.
Yeah.
That's like my biggest fear about this.
All right, give us a break.
So I feel like that's why we might need like a 5-10% break
Stop it right
on
there.
the cars when you send them down, kind of deal, long term.
Yeah. I mean, usually they have a bowl effect, so like ideally once they get to the bottom, they can't get enough to get back up to the top again. But we just don't have that kind of runway here.
Well, they're not going to get up back to the top, but since it's flat, they might like roll back to here, which would be a problem.
Yeah, exactly. Incoming.
But they do come in.
And
They kind of come in
Scott,
slow.
you want to stop right there? Is the porter being dragged down the hill right now?
No, the leak broke, so
Okay.
I'm kind of following it just in case.
Well,
Well, you
put
guys can
down
bring the
here.
porter down because we're going to have to bring this stuff back out anyways.
Wow. Okay, I haven't seen this thing yet.
Chunk, chunk, chunk. Not bad.
Yeah.
You can see now they're just free rolling a little bit backwards.
Yeah.
And
It'll be interesting to see because if you send all these down as independents, that last one might actually get its have enough kinetic energy to get back out farther.
I'm setting this last one at like 5% just to kind of see what it does brake wise. Oh lord! What? Whoa! A lot of wagons.
Yeah, I'm-
Pitching down
oh,
best I can.
If I had the right switch, we could have grabbed that and switched to a different track. But we got wagons all the way up the hill.
Dang.
It's wagons all the way down.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Let's take a look at the map. I mean, honestly, like from like a storage standpoint, the actual main yard can probably store more.
So we did derail. No, we didn't.
No, it's still just
Nope,
up. It's still just stuck
yeah.
on it.
Well, I saw the other car behind it that was in that other track that was partially derailed, so there was a perfect view of that car when these bounce back and forth.
Yeah.
Are you tagged back on, Porter?
Not yet.
Okay, cool. Well, I think I'm actually gonna have to be
Oh, I'm
taking a
free
break.
coasting down the mountain.
With all how many wagons?
You might want to stay for the
35,
show.
36.
Which side? Hold on, I can see where you are.
Horseshoe side. Coming in caboose first.
Horseshoe side.
Oh, what?
What is horseshoe side? Are you?
The side closer to the mill.
Oh, that side? Oh, I see you. Oh Lord.
So once you're tied on, Porter, give us a big stretch back and we'll see what we got.
Oh Lord. Okay, tell you what though, I'm gonna have to dip out because it's 11 o'clock, and honestly, I wasn't even planning on streaming today, but I got an itch to actually finish this tonight. So hope you guys had fun, and we got a new little feature to the map. If you guys enjoyed the
I'm still
content,
in one piece.
feel free to subscribe. You can hit that like button. You can become a member today and play with us on the server, and check out the game. Check out the mod that we're using for the mini map. And thanks everyone for playing. Appreciate it. Doo-doo.